Grindmaster, absolute engineering.
Now, let me talk about some of the kinds of machines which are used for polishing. Let us start with the long products which have these kind of varieties. So you have Grindmaster has 35 years of experience in all these fields with 2000 plus machines working for tube and bar grinding, all kinds with abrasive belt, wheels, brushes, all that. All put together, we have 2000 machines in the field. Within India, mostly within India, but yes, we are also exported. About more than 100 machines are exported from this. A wide range of machines. This range of machines is something which I wish to talk about because indeed a right choice needs to be made there. So there are economy models which are less automatic, and then there are very advanced models which we are mostly exporting, and they are fully with full auto load unload. The tube feed system is automatic and everything is automatic. Wear compensation, lot of automation is there in those models. The price level changes tremendously because it is not only addition of roller supports or a load unload table, but it has to be integrated. You know what I mean. It is not only the particular roller supports, otherwise we would call it a roller table, and you can also make a roller table yourself if you just want a tube support system. But whereas if you want the tube feed system, you really need the proper kind of roller supports which also get integrated with the machine. So now let me show you some pictures of the machines which we build. The machines, the top machines are with the wheels for polishing, for mirror finishing. And these are the machines with the abrasive belts which are used for scratch removal, dent removal, scale removal, and also for achieving output of up to 0.2 RA finish. You will see here that these are used for the tubes, the models GCL, which are mostly used for the tube. For getting a very good mirror finish, you indeed need minimum 6 heads, 6 polishing processes. If you compromise on that, you will not get the right kind of mirror finish. Ideally 9 heads, and then there are some longitudinal polishing heads. Longitudinal polishing, I think I have not shown anywhere in these models, but I can share with you later that longitudinal polishing has the wheel axis perpendicular to the job axis. All these are cross polishing heads where the wheel axis is parallel to the job axis. So in longitudinal, you are cutting those cross lines and creating a nice looking surface on the tube. And so we do provide such combined solutions which give a much better finish as compared to the only the cross polishing heads. We have exported a large number of machines to Southeast Asia for achieving those very high gloss finishes. We use a combination of cross and longitudinal polishing heads. The LMCL are again very basic series which are used for descaling, just to remove the pilling marks, to remove the draw lines, etc. on the surface. So it is basically used for cleaning of the surface. Then we have the little heavier model. You can see the bars kept here and the tubes. In India, mostly the companies tend to optimize the equipment cost and try to use the cheaper equipment, compromise on the equipment specs, and that is the difference in Indian and Chinese companies. I always like to speak about it because we have good experience in China, and we see that even medium and small scale companies in China invest in the high level of machine specs and automation, because then they have a chance to scale up and to meet the global quality squarely, not when the global inquiry or the order comes. then you cannot set up the factory for that. So it is my strong feeling that Indian MSMEs should invest in the right kind of technology or higher level of technology to be able to globally compete. So you have this now, the square tube machine CP series, which polishes all the four sides of the tubes in one pass. Then these are the advanced systems which I was talking about, which are mostly exported, but yes, there are a few installations in India, in for example, in nuclear fuel complex, and some in I think we have some machines in Wipro and Hypratech for hydraulic applications. This particular machine has complete automation with 6 belt heads here. Then you have the rollers on the machine, and in at inlet, at outlet. Then there are drives to drive the tube. There is a coolant system here, and then there are load unload tables wherein you keep the tubes and bars, and then pass them one by one onto the roller support. This machine is used for descaling on line. So the wire rods which are drawn, if you do the remove the scratches before the further drawing processes, you will get a better result. Because if you keep those scratches on the surface and draw it, the scratches get elongated and deepened, and that becomes much difficult to remove afterwards. So these machines can be installed in line, in wire line, multiple machines in one wire line. Then let me talk about some flat product finishing, which is strip, sheet, and coil. So these are coiler, uncoiler, and then the belt from top and belt from bottom. There is a deep theory involved in all these. These machines are very advanced in nature, and we are happy to say that our belts are very, very successful and applicable for all these applications. Then we have the sheet finishing, wherein you can achieve all these kinds of finishes on the sheets which are up to 1600 width. We are collaborating with Time Savers, which is from Holland, and they are our strategic partners for these kind of machines. Again, here the complete coil to coil finishing line, we are collaborating with Time Savers, and we can give a turnkey project for the coil and sheet finishing. Now, a full range of grinding finishing for furniture and fabricators. There are lots of such peoples, and we have the small machines for that. You can see here, these are standalone machines. Although they look heavier, I think it is worth it because they last years and years together, and they can achieve the finishing results which very light machines cannot achieve. So we have the belt grinding machines and polishing machines. Then we have a kind of stroking sander where you want to finish a panel which is not, very high volume, and you need something to get a very uniform finish on the surface with the abrasive belt. The abrasive belt runs on this triangle, and the pad is pressed to do the finishing. Then you can create the notches. The tube notching machine was developed for that reason, to create the right joints, perfect joints with the perfect notch, not keeping gaps in the joint. And then there are machines for angle grinding, which you see here. You can see here in the close-up that we are grinding angle from inside and outside. These were the specially developed machines with the floating head. You see, this is quite unique. So this float helps get a very uniform finish even on the bent surface. You know that all long products, they are not absolutely flat. There is a natural tolerance within the flatness of the surface, because it's not a machine part. And so we developed a floating type of machine wherein this head floats on the surface, and even the bend jobs are finished very, very uniformly. Then we have the bright finishing machine, which is mostly used for aluminum sections, but it can be used also for the box section or square section where you really need a very high gloss finish. Now, quickly, I don't know whether there are attendees who are from the kitchenware, so I will quickly run through this. For kitchenware, we have semi-automatic double-ended.
Sorry to interrupt, ma'am. We have people from kitchenware section.
Okay. Then I will talk about this. So this was the model which was developed in way back in 1986, and then it got evolved with the observations. You see, the any new development cannot be perfect in the first couple of years. You need to make more machines to gain the experience, and you have to be innovative all the time to improve your products. So this particular model also has evolved, and this is the best model even for the small scale, because you have to just change these chucks, which are the vacuum chucks, and you load the job on this, and then the buffing, roughing and finishing can happen in the one machine. The best part of it is very easy to set. And in India, the main problem is the contract labor, and they are actually uh, they are not willing to work harder, and sometimes they do work and sometimes don't. If we give them something like this and make this popular within the group, I think it is the right solution. There are, of course, the fully automatic machines which I will show you, but I do believe that the companies who are starting first time the automation, they should go for these semi-automatic machines to make the labor comfortable, and then also gain the experience of running automation before getting into the full automation. So even the tri-ply cookware or medium volume production, for low batch and medium volume production, a set of these machines, you will be surprised if when I visited China, a cookware company, they have huge number of such machines and rotary machines in line. It depends on the size of the company, but if you visit a small company, they at least have a battery of these machines. This is considered as a basic machine there, whereas in India, still the manual machine is considered as a basic. Then we are coming to sunray finishing, which is popular only in the pressure cooker industry, but slowly it is getting into the stainless steel kitchenware. It is much easier to make a sunray finish than to internally do the buffing finish. So a sunray machine has also evolved, and we have got modern sunray machines which are this abrasive pad is replaced by abrasive roll. A different type of head has been designed and implemented by us. Then we have the lid polishing or tiffin box polishing, which polishes the two surfaces at one time. So you see here the lid is kept here, and the vertical portion of the lid or a tiffin box is polished by this wheel, and the top surface is polished by this wheel. There are some such models available with us. I'm showing only one model here, but these are typically the models which are applicable for only that kind of jobs. You cannot use it, for example, for a pressure cooker or a canister or a saucepan. They are meant for polishing lids and for polishing tiffin boxes. This is a fully automatic rotary machine. I will show you in the videos further advanced model to this, which we have recently installed in Jindal factory, Jindal Lifestyle, for finishing a contoured job, a contoured grinder bowl, which will be seen in the videos, which I will share. This is a fully automatic machine with typically a cycle time for a pressure cooker is about 20 to 30 seconds in most of the cases. But in a company like TTK, aluminum cooker is taken out every 12 seconds. So accordingly, the processes are managed. You see here, you can see a number of polishing heads are there, and it is very important to set that process, and that is the key strength of grindmaster. I have met customers who ask me just आपका 6 हेड का प्राइस क्या है, and then I keep mum, because we are providing complete solutions. We are not providing just a 4 head machine and leaving it to you for deciding how to use it. So we work on the process sequence and we work on the productivity requirement, and then we have to match both these things by configuring the machine. These are all modular construction machines, so they can be configured with 4, 5, 6, 10 heads and stations. So it is like, it is a kind of partnership. If I want to build a machine like this, I need that the customer is partnering with me. So if that is done, then definitely the best results can be achieved. Then we have some very innovative machines for, finishing forks, like finishing in between the forks, which was again developed out of curiosity. We did not make too many of those machines, but they were developed. Or sink grinding machine, or the sole plate kind of thing, polishing of the sole plate.